Hey gang, Brian Blessing coming to you from Las Vegas. We're fired up for a Saturday. Such great action as we move into the weekend. Second games for those teams on Thursday that put on such a great show and so many upsets, some great matchups on Saturday. Feature pick of the day, oddsworthbetting.com. The guys have you covered on hoops. I've got you covered on hockey. Go to the odds page below here. And go to the VIP pick section. I've got you covered with hockey picks. There are 13 games on ice in the National Hockey League. But the NCAA tournament, my goodness, Thursday was just amazing. And these teams that are going to come firing right back. 5 one-point games on Thursday. We don't have to worry about the teams from Texas. All 5 of them lost on Thursday. That was amazing. But boy, some of the matchups that are coming our way on Saturday are just great. Let's skate through them. We've got Utah and Georgetown. You've got the big man, Portal for Utah. This kid from Austria, 7 feet. He is a space eater. Georgetown, listen, they got the big lead on Eastern Washington. We're able to hold them off. Physical team, Georgetown, good inside-outside game. And Smith Rivera was super. He had 25 points in that game. You know, the thing that was surprisingly really good for Georgetown, down the road, or down the stretch of that game, Eastern Washington came at them. They were really good from the foul line. Arkansas, North Carolina. Arkansas was frustrated by the slow-down tempo of Wofford. Now they go against North Carolina, who survived against Harvard 67-65. You know, Justin Jackson kind of saved the day there. This is a very interesting matchup. More of an up-tempo game actually should make Arkansas a little more dangerous in this spot. Georgia State, the 14 seed, they got the W 57-56 over Baylor. What a box of rocks. My goodness, they gave that game away. But give Georgia State credit. Ron Hunter fell off his chair, and I was down in the Golden Nugget when they won that game, and the place went absolutely wild. Went on a 13-0 run with 2:39 left in the game to get the win. Now they go against Xavier, and trust me when I tell you, Xavier is a hidden gem here. They're a big, strong basketball team. 6.5-point favorites in the game. They beat up on Ole Miss, who did look tired, having to roll right back and play in 48 hours notice. Now, Ohio State and Arizona. Arizona, 9-point favorite. They cruised over Texas Southern 93-72, but the Cats were very unhappy with how they played defensively. In Ohio State, listen, they gutted one out against VCU in overtime, 75-72. D'Angelo Russell was great in that basketball game. Butler, Notre Dame's going to be interesting. Notre Dame was kind of asleep at the switch against Northeastern. And Butler, it's March, right? Butler just shows up. They're dangerous. They got the win over Texas, who we thought was kind of phony coming in. Notre Dame, a 5-point favorite in that game. UAB, everybody say, hey, they don't belong. They don't belong. Well, the 14 seed advanced against Iowa State. The Big 12 not looking real good here. And, thought Iowa State just always plays to the level of competition. Now UCLA. And we did say this to you in this space last week. Everybody in Vegas loved SMU. And I said, boy, listen, you see the white hair? Okay, been around a long time. The most polarizing team that gets in is always dangerous because the committee knows that's the team they're going to take a lot of grief about putting in. And usually the matchup they place them in rewards their faith in them. Now, albeit UCLA got a lot of help on that controversial goaltending call against SMU. But UCLA, a 7-point favorite here. Villanova, big win, easy, cakewalk. They just cruised. It wasn't even worth mentioning. But NC State came back and beat LSU. Anya, the kid, tip in, and then the turnaround jumper got the bucket. But LSU, boy, really? I mean, they missed their last 12 field goals and their last 6 free throws. Down by 14, NC State lives to fight another day. You know, the one thing that's crazy about this tournament, when that happens, somebody gets a second chance, you never know. But Villanova looks pretty good, don't they? Okay, NBA. Brooklyn's at Indiana. Chicago's at Detroit. Phoenix is at Houston. Good game here. Portland at Memphis. Utah Golden State's the get-out game. As I said, 13 games on ice in the National Hockey League. I got hockey plays for you on this page. Go to the odds for the NHL, hit VIP picks. My picks are available to you for the NHL on Saturday. Some of the featured games. The big one, listen, this is unbelievable. Boston in Florida. The Bruins are falling apart at the seams. Florida's 5 points back. This is a must-win for the Panthers, but the big story here is Ottawa, who's won 5 in a row and have a game in hand on Boston and are only 2 points back. It all started with that Great Western Road swing for the Senators. Now they've won 5 in a row. Boy, interesting race all of a sudden in the Eastern Conference. Chicago's at Dallas, St. Louis at Minnesota. That's a good one. And Washington's at Winnipeg. Winnipeg got a much-needed overtime win over St. Louis on Thursday night. What a Saturday it's going to be. OddsWorthBetting.com. Featured pick of the day. Coming to you right below this video. Back here on Sunday. Get you ready for another big day of NCAA basketball.